So I often get this question, Chukwuka, how many pigs can I start my pig farm with? Or for those who call me Akronula, but my real name is Chukwuka. They are like, how many pigs can I start my farm with? My answer is always simple. Start small. Even if you have a lot of capital at your disposal, even if you have a lot of money at your disposal, it's always advised that you start small. There are many reasons why you should start small. And one of the major ones is so that you can know if this is actually what you want to do. Because pig farming can be a little bit tricky. That's truth. It can be a little bit tricky. So from some people who I've met, who have also consulted for, they had this idealistic passion for pig farming. But immediately they got into the pig farming, they discovered that this thing is not really what they wanted to do, because they start seeing a whole different side of it. As you all know, my channel is focused on not just the good side of pig farming, but also the difficult side, the negative side. But I assure you, the positive side outweighs the negative side by far. So start small. If let's say that you have a lot of money at your disposal, the highest I would advise you to start with is 5 females and probably 3 males or 2 males. But mind you, if you have the skilled workers, if you have the skilled personnel around you who really understand how to raise pigs, then of course you can start with as many as you want, because you have the experienced people around you. But if you really don't know anything about pig farming and you're starting, I would advise you start small. Get 5 females and 2 males. You can either buy them as in pigs, which are pigs that are pregnant, or you can buy them as growers, which are matured pigs. I will always advise you guys to always go for growers or for the mature ones, or even for the pregnant ones. Because when you make the mistake of buying the small ones, you may not be able to raise them, or sometimes they may even die. They may even die under your care because you are not really experienced. So this is why you must either get the growers, the mature ones, or the pregnant ones, because those ones they have grown bigger than the smaller ones, and which makes them more resistant to diseases, which means that we are going to record no mortality or less mortality if there is any. So this is why you must always start with the growers, the in-pigs, or the mature ones, so as to reduce the rate of mortality. So you can start with 5 females and 2 males or 3 males. And the reason why you must start with 2 males or more than 1 male is to make sure that you always have option. Because there are some cases where you buy a male which looks healthy, which looks okay, but when it's time to start mating the females, that female will not be able to perform. So this is why you must have a second option that you can run to or you can use. Now the second reason why you must start small is to not waste your money. That's truth. I'm sorry I'm saying this, but this is the truth. To not waste your money. There are some people who went into pig farming with high expectations of high returns, high profitability. Yeah, pig farming will give you all those things, but the beginning may not be as rosy as you may have thought, because for your first year in pig farming, in fact you will not make any money. That's the truth. You will not make any money, because at that stage you are still breeding. You are still trying to raise your numbers, the number of pigs in your farm. So you will not be selling out. You will only be keeping as much as possible so as to grow your farm. The only time you might be able to sell is when you have some males, which of course will take like a whole year before they will reach to maturity, or 6 months or 7 months, depending on how you are feeding your animals. So in that process, some people may lose, confidence in the business and shut down their farm, because they're like, why am I always putting money for a whole year and I've not made anything back? So some people get frustrated when they experience this and they close down their farm, which means they've just wasted their capital, their money. So this is the second reason why you must start small. I've talked about trying to know if pig farming is really for you, so you don't jump in and jump out. Now the third reason is so as to limit your mistakes. When you are starting out in a new business, you really don't know much about it. You really don't know the tricks, the skills, the secrets, because every business has a particular secret or some secrets. So you don't really know those things. You don't really know those hacks to basically grow your farm. So if you are starting in a large way, that means your mistakes is going to be also large. But if you are starting small, your mistakes will be limited because of course you don't have many pigs. So your mistakes are limited. And in that process you learn. You keep learning without incurring much mistakes which will cause you much losses. So this is why I always tell people to start small. For these three basic reasons, you need to start small. So you don't make mistakes, so that you don't waste your capital, and so that you know if pig farming is really for you.